welcome back to my channel. So, let's update on this Will Smith and Chrisrock situation, because apparently these Negroes, if you thought it was dying down, it has not died down yet. So, what do we know so far, besides the fact that Chrisrock got smacked by Will Smith? So, Will Smith put out an apology, apologizing to Chrisrock, the Williams family, and the Oscars, because, you know, he don't want to lose his bag, because, you know, Mr. Big Man in Hollywood or whatever. Jada has now said this is a healing process. We all gonna do this together, and sunshines and rainbows, and Chrisrock is what? Silent. So, with that being said, a lot of people have now come out to speak their piece, and first up we have Will Smith's mama, who said he has never seen Will Smith acting this way, and he's Mr. Good Boy, and da-da-da. Now, girl, check this out.
Even Will's mother admits she was surprised.
He is a very even people person, and that's the first time I've ever seen him go off. The first time in his lifetime.
It surprised you too, huh?
It did. It did. As I said, I've never seen him do that.
Will Smith's younger sister Ellen says she's watched her brother constantly excel under pressure and under the spotlight of Hollywood.
Everybody has been bullied, and abused, in some kind of way. And I totally understand. It's like, people like, oh, I wish I was in, such and such shoes, and oh, those are my goals and everything. It's like, but you really don't know what it takes to get there. And I've had conversations with him, and it's like, it really kind of broke my heart listening to the things that he said that he had to go through to get to where he is.
As his mama, and you know that he witnessed you go through a lot of abuse growing up in his childhood, and now he felt like, as a grown man who has been ridiculed and, as my friend said, demasculinized in this society as a joke and a meme, and has been put down blast by his own wife that they've had entanglements and they have had an open marriage. He claimed there is no such thing, and now you get in these white folks' space and you decide you want to slap Chrisrock because you knew who you could slap. I just find it very odd. Like, okay, so Will Smith has never had this type of attitude before, so we're all confused by it. He did slap a reporter for trying to kiss him up 10 years ago. Another video resurfaced of Will Smith talking about a bald man, which y'all try to say is alopecia, and we all in there trying to throw whatever y'all can in the air to get Will Smith canceled, but it's not gonna happen. So remember, Chrisrock is a comedian. So I was digging through YouTube and I came across Phil DeFranco, shout out to Phil DeFranco, and a lot of the powder community had a lot to say. So let y'all hear what they said, and let's have a conversation about that. Check this out.
Like I said, if Will Smith's goal was for people to
keep my wife's name out your mouth,
what he actually appears to have done is give the comedy community a green light. With some comedians like Tom Segura just throwing fucking haymakers right out the gate, tweeting, "Fuck Will Smith's candy ass smacking a dude 4 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter." He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed bitch been fucking around on him for years and he takes it. We all know who he wishes he could slap, hashtag cuck Will. With other comedians like Chris DiStefano making kind of impromptu videos from their car saying,
I am 100% on Chris Rock's side. I mean, really? You're gonna slap a guy over a freaking G.I. Jane joke? I don't care what happened in your life before this, or he's been making fun of Will Smith and Jadapinkettsmith's relationship for a long time. It's like, yeah, because it's toxic. You can obviously see it's toxic. I mean, she publicly says she cheats on you all the time, and Will Smith's obviously in the closet gay, which is fine. Just come out, be free, be open, be gay, be happy.
with some like James Corden coming to Chris Rock's defense in a more calm way.
Seriously though, I applaud Chris Rock for recovering, keeping the show moving. It was an incredibly dignified response. I'll say this, Will Smith can't take a joke. Chris Rock can take a punch.
With comedians like George Wallace laying it out simple, saying as Rock got hit, I got hit. We comedians, we felt the pain. You also had Joe Rogan speaking out, suggesting that Will's fame or stature should not have allowed him to get away with that slap, also talking about what this means for other comedians moving forward.
Someone is so enormously famous and successful like Will Smith that they literally still allowed him to not just win the Academy Award, but also go up and accept it and give a speech after he assaulted a small comedian.
Yeah, they should have ejected him. They should have ejected him from the show.
100%. 100%. I agree with that. You can't just go smack a man in the face in front of the world and then go about business as usual. First of all, it sets a terrible precedent.
Yes.
in so many different ways. It sets a terrible precedent for comedy clubs.
Yes.
Like, are people going to decide that they're going to go on stage and smack the comedian now?
Additionally, Rogan and others calling Chris Rock's joke mild, which is also, I think, why you had people like comedian Andrew Schultz doing a no-holds-barred, oh, you thought Rock's joke was bad? Just watch this 3-minute roast of Will and Jada at the top of his podcast today, also wearing armor, I guess, in case Will Smith was near the studio.
If you didn't see the Oscars, Chris Rock got himself in a hairy situation. He shined a light on female alopecia, while Jada's head shined a light on everything else. Chris was making fun of Jada's baldy, but seriously, how is Will supposed to get turned on if she has a woman's haircut? Now, I'm not saying that he's gay. Wow. He likes women, specifically ones that swim for Penn. Last night, Will Smith looked like he was from the streets of Philadelphia, and Jada looked like she was from the movie. Now, after all that drama, Will Smith still took home an Oscar. I'm talking about the award, not a Mexican guy to f his wife while he watched in the corner.
Okay, you gotta chill though.
Now, to clarify, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. People were saying it was for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and no, that's not it. That Oscar goes to the plumber that unclogged Jada's shower drain. Will, let this be a lesson to you. If you want to keep your wife's name out of other people's mouths, make sure to keep your hands off comedians.
With Scholes also making a point that I've seen other comedians make, where it very much feels like this is the comedy community versus the Hollywood community. With him noting that even though the crowd was kind of in shock that this was a thing that was actually happening, they very much appear to be on Will Smith's side.
Keep this in mind. All the people in that crowd have been made fun of by Chris Rock for the last decade. These are people who live in their own little Hollywood bubbles. Nobody ever gives them pushback. Nobody ever teases them. Nobody ever says nothing to these people. They don't have a sense of humor. You go see these shows and they're like groaning about all these jokes and then applauding when the joke is virtuous, right?
Yeah.
They see, they have to go to these events because they want the public applause.
Yeah.
They want the public validation, but they know that they're going to get caught in the crosshairs from a Chris Rock joke and it drives them crazy. And they were happy.
Oh no, but let's talk about it. Comedians' jobs are to make light of dark situations because the world is really cruel right now. We're in a whole pandemica. We're currently at World War III, and shit kind of bad. So if the job of a comedian is to make us laugh, but we're in a time where everything's so sensitive. And mind you, Chris Rock did not know that Jada had alopecia. So with the context of that, and Will Smith doing what he did, is comedians allowed to do their job? Now, I was watching Lovely T, and she made a comment about going to see Lunel, and I don't know who the person she went to go see. I'm sorry, let me not use that, but whatever. She went to a comedy show with Lunel that was in it, and Lunel and the other comedian was dry because they tried to stay away from certain jokes because obviously you said the wrong thing this time now and you will get canceled. Y'all remember what happened to Dave Chappelle when he made that joke about a transgender girl, even though he was actually being an advocate for her, if someone got turned around against him and he tried to cancel him off his Netflix specials? Like, we are in a very, 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 very sensitive time. Like, as they said, PC culture. And you're going to make people not be able to do their jobs. Now, mind you, with that being said, Chris Rock's tour that's going on right now, all his ticket sales skyrocketed because y'all have now given comedians ample ammunition to go ahead and talk about this girl's bald head and Will Smith being a clown. And him being part of LGBTQ, they got none of my business now. I don't give a damn. But Holly weird, and these men out here be having to do a little sucky, fucky for a check. So, I mean, what are we talking about? Now, Jim Carrey. White people do what white people do. So, check this out.
Watched it unfold, and then what happened after?
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
There was some question today about if anyone else had walked from the audience and done that, they would have been escorted out by security or maybe even arrested. The police asked Chris if he wanted to file charges. They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous. That insult is going to last a very long time. If you want to yell from the audience and disapprove or show a disapproval or say something on Twitter or whatever, you do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
No, I agree. I think we all agree on that. I just thought, Jim, that it escalated to that. You know what I mean? That it escalated to that level.
It didn't escalate. It came out of nowhere because Will has something going on inside him that's frustrated, and I wish him the best. I really do. I don't have anything against Will Smith. He's done great things. But that was not a good moment. It cast a pall over everybody's shining moment last night. A lot of people worked really hard to get to that place and to have their moment in the sun and to get their award for the really hard work they did. And it is no mean feat to go through all the stuff you have to go through when you're nominated for an Oscar. It's a gauntlet of devotion that you have to do. And it was just a selfish moment that cast a pall over the whole thing.
We understand the internet. It's going to be there forever. Duh. But not Jim Carrey. We understand as a white man, he would have slapped you. Yeah, you would have sued and you would have went to jail because you're whites. And we know black people cannot hit on white people, especially on a public platform, and still get away with it. Black people are saying that because of the black man and Chris Rock is weak and he ain't going to fight back, which is why he did it. And we already heard Steve Harvey say that a real nigga would not let Will Smith walk away to his seat without getting beat the hell up. Now, all I'm going to say is this. Because the community is now giving Will Smith his flowers for protecting his wife, for protecting black women and all type of shit. Now, he only defended Jadapinkettsmith. He defended all black women. So, black women, you thinking that this going to be every nigga you come across? We know it's not true. So, don't let Will Smith get your hopes up, because much as we want, me being a black man, we want these Negroes to do their job and protect y'all, they're not going to do it. And I'm only one black man my damn self, and I'm part of LGBTQ, but I'm gonna defend y'all for the heartbeat. But these niggas not gonna do that. So y'all just need to make sure that y'all understand that this is one man defending his one wife. Do not let this gas you up, because again, look at the Negroes who were hyping this up. Niggas like DaBaby and Offset, which DaBaby is always violent to other men, and put his baby mama, Danny Lay, out on the street. And Offset constantly cheating on Cardi B. So just look at who's defending Will Smith for you say, oh my God, Will Smith protected the black woman. Okay. But anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Price of clout going up.
It's weird.